Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Inside Battlefield. Inside Battlefield.
Inside Battlefield.
My name is Tom, community manager here at DICE, and today we're back with a new preview of quality of life changes coming during Season 5, with today's focus being on squad management and squad orders. With me today are Isabelle and Qassim, as you just heard from their beautiful intro voices. Qassim, Isabelle, welcome. How are you both doing?
Thank you. I'm doing good. Pretty good. Really excited about this stuff.
Nice singing voice, Qassim.
Thank you.
Yeah, same. I'm great. This will be fun.
You also had an amazing voice, Isabelle.
Thank you.
Awesome. For listeners who might not know you, could you please introduce yourself and what you do at DICE?
Yeah, sure. Hey, my name is Qassim Obeid. I am a development manager here at DICE, working with the engagement team and partly the core gameplay team as well. So working with a lot of the screen progression stuff within our main menus and in-game.
I think the engagement team is usually like stuff that makes players play or what you experience while you play, like the menus and
yeah, exactly.
What you just mentioned. Cool.
It's a lot of different things.
A lot of different things. Yeah. What about you, Isabelle?
Yeah, I'm Isabelle. I am a game designer and I work in the engagement team, where I work with progression design and social design.
And you are the main designer for squad management and squad orders, I believe.
I am.
So pretty exciting stuff.
Yes.
And then for the big one, for Season 5, squad management.
Yes.
So, as we mentioned earlier, coming in the Season 5 update, we wanted to bring this back for quite a while. It's highly community requested feature, so we've heard your feedback. We're excited to make it available now. Isabelle, can you start with the experience that we have during Season 4 with squads?
Yeah,
and squad
of course.
management?
Yeah. So as of now, we have a squad and player screen where you can see all of the players in both teams, and you can change squad. But how do you do it? So you need to be over your own player name, and then you need to press change squad. But you can only change into a random squad. So you won't be able to see other squads. And you will only be able to do this when you are in the deploy screen.
So when you're dead.
Basically, when you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy for me because I'm dead a lot in the game. But yeah, so that is the things that haven't really been working great with squad management.
Yeah, so there was definitely room for improvement there. And I think feedback we had from players was especially that most of them still didn't know how to change squads. And obviously it's a random squad, so you don't have choice over where you want to go if you want to play with your friends.
Yeah, it's not that good of experience at the moment.
So we agree it's not a good experience. So can you then talk us through what we're changing and what's new for squad management in Season 5?
Yeah, of course. So what I wanted to do is to divide the squads and the players. So that is the first thing I did, was that we now have a player screen and we have a squad screen. And in the squad screen, you will be able to see all of the squads that are in your team. You will be able to see if you have friends in other squads. So if I had Qassim in another squad, I will be able to see that because there will be a small little icon saying that you have a friend in this squad. And you will also be able to create a new squad, change into another squad, and you will also be able to see how many players are in each squad. And we also work with narrative to create new squad names, because before you couldn't actually see the squad names. You couldn't see squads at all. So now you can see the squad names, and you can also see the class icons of other players in other squads.
So this squad screen is a separate screen in the tab menu, in the pause menu?
Yeah, so what you do is you press escape, and then you will see something saying squad and players, and then you will jump right into the squad screen, and then you will be able to press on the player screen from that.
So that screen gives you a complete overview of everything you just mentioned?
Yeah.
Cool. So Isabelle, you mentioned you worked with narrative to come up with some cool squad names as well.
Yeah.
Can you give us some examples of ones that you think are really cool?
Well, I really like the Night Stalker and also Gravedigger. Don't be scared of me. I promise I'm not scary. And Hellfighter.
Yeah,
Hellfire.
I'll probably pick Blackjack. There was one called Blackjack. Yeah, I remember that. Definitely my favorite.
So some cool squad names as well, which you
Yes.
can now see. Because I think we already had names before, like you mentioned, but we could not see them. So
That's
it was
correct.
kind of a wasted opportunity as well, because there are some really cool names in there.
Yeah, one more cool thing though is that every squad now will have a icon, like a squad icon, which is basically your squad leader's equipped icon currently. So every squad might have different icons then, which is really cool.
So another way to set your squad apart from other players
Yes,
as well.
exactly.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And lastly, for squad management, I believe we added an option as well for AI.
Yeah, so we also added squad management options for when you're playing solo co-op with the AI.
Which was another feature that players requested for, so glad that we make that available as well. Is there anything final you want to mention for squad management?
No, I'm just really excited to see it in the players' hands, and of course, if there's any feedback, just give it to us, and we will take a look at what we can do about it. But yeah, I'm just really excited to finally have it in the hands of our players. Right, I'm the person who kind of like scours Reddit and Twitter and whatever, and I've seen squad management as a huge thing when everyone asking for it. And now, kind of like at the tip of my fingers, I know that it's coming. Just wait for it.
Yeah. So I believe we confirmed it. Was it either in February or March already in one of the previous Q&A podcasts? But today we can give you a closer look at the feature itself, or a closer listen, and we'll follow up with a look on the future. So I think that was a good overview of what's coming for squad management. Qassim, as the development manager, can you talk us a little bit about the iterations we went through for getting this feature to where it is now? Just a little bit about the design process.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Once we got it to the studio's hands with everyone being able to test it, we noticed that there was a friction of how fast. We want the player to be able to go into that screen, do whatever they need to do, and then jump back in the battlefield as fast as possible, right? So it shouldn't take very long, or it shouldn't be. I shouldn't have to click 3-4 times to do something, right? So that's what we noticed pretty quickly, and then we got it back to the hands of our UX designers and art, etc. And then we went through another iteration, a couple more, honestly. And what we ended up with was what I think, at least, and hopefully everyone else, once you get your hands on this, is that it's very seamless, it's very intuitive, it's easy to go in. You have your create a new squad, very visible in your face, basically, and you can create a new squad. If you want to join a new squad, you'll be able to like click the squad, drop down menu, you will see who's in that squad, and as Isabelle said, you'll be able to see, oh yeah, my friends are in that squad. So then you would just click that one, drop down menu, click join squad. Very easy. Before, it was kind of, you had to click like 3, what was it? It was like a...
Before it was click, 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 and now it's click.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
before it was click, click, click. Now it's just click. And from an art perspective, we also went through a couple of iterations where in the beginning, I don't want to say it felt a bit bland, maybe. But once we got more and more iterations, it became more and more, we added more things to that screen, basically. So you'll be able to see the player cards of the player you're hovering. Before, it felt pretty empty. And then we started, the more we iterated, the more we added to it. And now it looks really great from my perspective, and also the icons and everything in there really add to that experience, but doesn't take away from how fast you want to be in and out, right? If you're that kind of player, yeah.
So I think to summarize, basically, it's still a social screen where you see friends or people you want to play with, and we want to make that screen look interesting as well, instead of just like a menu.
Exactly.
Click, so gives you something, some
and
cool
then you'll
icons.
also you'll have the chat all the way down to the right, so it doesn't obstruct anything in that screen.
Okay. Awesome. And I believe there was one item we skipped over earlier. It's the reservation system.
Oh yeah.
Can you explain that one to us, Isabelle? For squad management?
Yeah. So right now we have a reserving system for when you join a game. So if you join a game with the party through matchmaking, you will end up in the same squad, of course. But also if you create a new squad when you are in a game, the server will reserve that squad so that it doesn't put any randoms into that squad. So that is a great feature. For example, Qassim is often out in the game shooting players, and then I want him to join the squad, and then I'm sure that random players won't be able to join that squad.
Okay, so it ensures that you can play together with your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. There is more. We also have squad orders coming during Season 5, so it's not immediately in the Season 5 update itself.
Yes.
But let's give an overview of how that feature works, because we know it's something that players wanted and are excited about as well. So, Isabelle, can you talk us through squad orders?
Yes. So right now we have a ping system where you can ping objectives or vehicles, but then nothing really happens. You can ping it and that's it. So what we added is that if you ping something and you're a squad leader, you will be able to lead your squad into an objective. So for example, if I ping an objective that I own, it will say defend A1, for example. Mm-hmm. And then my squad mates can confirm that pin. And then we can work to get the defend order XP. And one thing that is added is the squad order bonus. So the things you do as a individual player for that order will give you more XP. So for example, if I kill 10 people during my order for that specific objective, I will get the squad order bonus for that kills. Also revives, vehicle destroy, and assists. And that is individual.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. So the squad leader can ping an objective, so it can be either attack or defend.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you as a squad can work together to try and complete that objective.
Yeah.
And you get bonus XP for doing so.
Yeah.
As an individual player, but also as a squad.
So you get the squad order XP when the squad order is completed. And then as an individual player, you will get the squad order bonus. And one thing that we also added is something for rush. So I felt that it was kind of unfair that the person that disarmed the MCOM, for example, is the only one that can earn the XP. So I added a trigger zone. So if you are around or close to the MCON and you have a squad order, you will also get squad order complete. Even though
you do that together.
Yeah.
I really like that, since like in Rush, it's never you go alone and you disarm the MCOM, for example. It's always people around throwing smoke grenades all over the place and shooting people. So everyone, with this new thing, really cool idea from Isabelle, everyone gets rewarded. That's actually within the proximity of that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great, because something we noticed is we wanted to give more incentive to players to work together as a team. So I think squad orders will really help there.
Yes.
In addition to the squad management feature that's already available by the time this comes out, it should give you an easy method of playing with your friends. And then you can also work together to complete objectives and even get rewarded for that.
Exactly.
So I think those are some really cool new additions. Looking forward to seeing them in the game.
And they really complement each other, those features, like having squad management and then adding squad orders kind of brings more to the play as a team or play as a squad thing.
Yep. Thing.
Thanks,
Qassim. I believe there's one more thing you wanted to mention as well, Qassim.
Yeah, exactly. So one more thing that we added, which is really cool for 5.0 with squad management, is you'll be able to see your party in the main menu with you. So if you join me, I'll be able to see your character next to me, which is really cool. And if you don't like it and you don't wanna see anyone next to you, there is an option
To turn it off.
to turn it off.
If you don't want to see your friends rocking their best look, if you don't want to, you can turn it off.
Yeah,
but
just-
like we think you should.
Just turn it off. But it's really cool. You should have it on.
Okay, awesome. Cheers. So that's what we had today for squad management and squad orders. So pretty excited to get into your hands. To summarize, squad management during season 5, squad orders is following later in season 5. But before we end today, do we want to eat a cookie?
Oh yeah, this is one of the reasons I actually came here.
The only reason people actually come on the podcast.
It's not the only reason, because I like you too. You know, I want to sit next to you and talk to you about stuff. But the cookies are a big part of it as well. Yep.
So we have, and
Let me hear
try
you.
to pronounce this.
Yeah, go for it.
Saffrans snittar.
Yes.
Sounds Swedish enough.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Say this.
Saffransnittare.
Saffrans snittar. Why did I make it a snittar?
I don't know, because you're kind of like singing it almost.
Yeah.
That's how I think I should speak Swedish. Anyway,
Okay.
do you want a cookie?
Sure.
And is this a Swedish cookie or?
I'm not sure. I don't think it's a Swedish thing to put saffron on cookies and stuff. I mean,
I usually
I
make
believe
these
it's
for
everywhere.
Christmas.
It's a Christmas
yeah,
cookie.
it's a Christmas.
Yeah,
it's a
I usually
Christmas
make
thing,
these
right?
for Christmas, yeah.
it is a Christmas thing. Let's see. I'm just gonna take it back.
Can either of you explain the lore of the cookie, the story behind the cookie? Like I've never had this one, but
Someone was making cookies. They accidentally dropped some saffron on it, and they're like, "Hey, you know what? Let's try it out." And then it was really good.
or like I think also saffron is very expensive. Like I have to eat this cookie now because it's too expensive to throw
Yeah.
away.
Isn't it like as worth as much as gold or something?
I don't
Saffron?
know. These cookies sure are. They're tasty.
Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah.
good.
Oh my god.
And they're not dry.
No,
There are some cookies who
it's
actually
good texture.
they dry the hell out of you, but this one was pretty good. Like I would need to put like lotion and stuff. But yeah, this was.
Super
I
nice.
recommend saffrans bull.
Boulard.
Snittan.
Saffron snittar.
Snittar. Yeah, to everyone listening to this, it was really good.
Awesome. So, as we finish the cookies, we shall also finish the episode. So, Qassim, Isabelle, thank you for being here with me today and talk squad management and squad orders.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
So, folks, if you want to get in touch with us, hashtag Inside Battlefield on socials or podcast@battlefield.com. And from all of us here at our Battlefield studios, stay classy and PTFO.
PTFO.
PDF.
Bye-bye.